What's going on, guys? Matt here, and today I'm going to be sharing my favorite gear for making real estate videos. Now, the three main pieces of gear that I like to use when I make my videos is the GH5S, the Zhiyun Crane, and the all-new Ninja V external recorder. Now, the main reason I like to pick the GH5S over the regular GH5 for real estate videos is because of its low light capabilities. A lot of times when you're going to a home, you don't really know how well lit it's going to be. So going into dark areas of the home, you're going to need to have that low light ability and not really flood it with that ISO and grain that's going to kind of muddy up your video. And that's where the GH5S gives a little bit of an advantage, but if you have the GH5, it works just as well. You just get a little bit of an edge on the low light when it comes to that low light area of the home. And as far as the gimbal goes, you can use really any gimbal as long as you can mount the external recorder onto it. I like to use the Zhiyun Crane because that's the one I bought. I bought it before the Ronin S came out, but I'm hearing a lot of great things about the Ronin S, so either one's going to do you really well for real estate videos. They're nice, easy to set up, and give you those really smooth shots that you need for real estate videos. Now, a nice addition to your gimbal is to add some kind of handle to it. This allows you to mount different pieces of gear, and that's how I'm able to mount my Ninja V onto my gimbal, and it just makes it really easy to walk around with two hands instead of holding it with one. The last main piece of gear that I like to use for real estate videos is the all-new Ninja V external recorder, or you can use it as a monitor. I like to use it as the recorder because it's nice and light compared to the Ninja Inferno or Shoguns. It just fits with the GH5s perfectly. And the cool thing about them is that you can record 10-bit 60p at 4K resolution. Now, you can record 4K 60p out of the GH5 or the GH5S. You don't get the 422 10-bit color though at 60 frames. But if you're using the external recorder, that is something that you can do with them. I know a lot of people don't like to use 10-bit color at 4K 60. It is a lot of data and it isn't always the best for your workflow. But if you're doing a very fancy home and you just want everything to be perfect, it really lets you push the color and it's a little more forgiving in highlights and shadows. That's another big reason why I like to shoot with the Lumix cameras, is it allows you to get that 4K 60 FPS. And I always slow my footage down to 30 frames in post. That just allows it to give you a more slow-mo feel, and when you have ceiling fans going, it really adds a cool effect when it's going in slow-mo. You're going to want to make sure you pick up the proper HDMI cable if you're going to be using this Ninja V at the 4K 60 422. It's a lot of data to be outputting through HDMI, and they require you to use their HDMI 2 cables, and they're a little bit pricey. I'll have them linked in the description below. Sometimes they go on sale and you can get a better deal, but if you're going to be using it on a gimbal, make sure you get the longer one. It does kind of affect the gimbal. If the cable's too short, you don't want to put too much resistance on those motors. Also, make sure you pick up an SSD for the Ninja if you're going to be recording with it. You're going to want to find one that's going to keep up with speed. I like to go with their Atomos mini SSDs. They're brand new and they handle the speeds perfectly. Another thing to note is if you're going to be recording to the Ninja, your workflow will be much smoother in that the codec that the Ninja records to, ProRes or DNX, it handles much better in recording programs. It's much smoother than H.264 or H.265. So you're gonna thank yourself in post when you don't have to worry about all those laggy clips. If your computer isn't the fastest, the codec from the Ninja V will definitely help with that. But it is also just a great tool to use as a field monitor if you don't want to record and have the massive files. Overall, those are the main pieces of gear I use when I'm doing a real estate video. And I think if you use these tools, you're gonna come out with something really nice. The gimbal's really gonna help with that professional smooth feel, and the 4K 60 coming out of the GH5 is just gonna look phenomenal. And if you pick up the GH5S, it's gonna give you that edge in the low light. And if you wanna take it even further, you pick up the Ninja V and you're gonna get 10-bit color, or just an easier way to view your shots. So let me know down in the comments below, what kind of gear do you use when you're shooting real estate videos? And if you're going to try some of the pieces of gear that I mentioned in this video. I'll have them all linked in the description below. But I hope you found this video helpful. And until then, guys, I will see you in the next one.